All right. Hi. Something like that. So last time I spent a long time going through the AI behavior, as a lot of it wasn't actually working the way I was expecting it to. So the AI weren't effectively shooting their guns where I was telling them to, and bullets were going through walls and things, and various other AI perception systems and everything was kind of not quite working how I intended it to. And they were getting stuck on things and all that kind of stuff. So I fixed a lot of this. I've got to the point now where I think I can add extra functionality to the AI. And something I intend to do is try and make it possible for the AI to take weapons from other um, nearby characters if they have if the gun has ammo, and consequently if there's further ammo inside their inventory. So if you picture you've got your AI is running around and it runs out of ammo, and there's like some dead enemies or teammates lying on the floor. They'll go across, scan their inventory, get what they need, and then take it for themselves. Currently, they do it with their own weapon, so they'll keep going through until they find ammo that matches their weapon. So I just need to add in, if they find a weapon, if they do find another weapon, do they then consequently find the ammo for it as well? So there's might be a lot of looping predicaments here, but I will endeavor to try and figure out what we're dealing with basically. So there's a few approaches for this. And I'm hoping, assuming I've remembered how my own item system works, that the ammo is actually defined as such. And if not, I might have to do some other clever means of working with this. So this should be, there we go, right. So we got this back and we got this. So our ammo should be defined here. Yeah, so there's item type ammo. Awesome. And I added a different ammo for sniper rifles as well. Haven't changed the icon yet, but that will come with time. That's just a trivial thing to do. So what I can do is there's a bit. I'm not sure how difficult this would be for it, but let's try doing a. So we want to get the item data. Whoops. Item data. So ID equals base game instance. Oh. Oh, that's interesting. Oh yeah, that was a new method I made for it. Anyway, it should be this. And we want to do id dot item id. Cool. So this concept of like getting it for the current weapon is almost oh, hang on, someone's at the door. Right, and we're back. Just a delivery. Right, so now what I can do is if id dot type equals ammo. So we can do this. So we can this will just pull out any ammo it finds. We don't want to break the loop. And then we want to take anything that isn't a knife, because basically all the AI will have a knife at a minimum, so they can do melee attacks when they run out of ammo. Otherwise, things will go down pretty poorly. Dot type. Come on. Right, there we go. So now we find a weapon. So we basically want to do the same thing here. Right, so this will now be found a weapon from a body. Oh, close. Right, so this will simply transfer the item. Now this needs ammo is going to be not necessarily false. So, but instead of transferring the item, we do need to check whether the weapon has ammo in it, and consequently has whether we've already found ammo for the relevant weapon. But the tricky bit here is we can't guarantee the order in which we discover items in their inventory. I could be almost certain that we'd find the weapon before we find the ammo. So I could, for example, have a T array of int 32, and this could be ammo IDs, and I probably should be able to, so we need projectile weapon data. So this is where it gets a bit challenging, and I think I've got the existing code for a similar situation in the weapon creator. So I should be able to essentially recreate this. So we do need to go all the way down through here. So I'll explain this as we go. So this is where we're basically trying to get the ranged weapon data based on the item ID. So this would be ID, whoops. Right, so the ranged weapon data is linked to the item ID, and the projectile weapon data is linked to the ranged weapon ID, and then we also want to get the instance weapon data from the IID.ID. So now we have all the information we need, and we can go ammo IDs dot add, and this will be the projectile weapon data dot ammo ID. So now we've got a list. We're like developing a list of ammo types, and if the type is ammo, we go if ammo IDs dot contains ID dot ID, then needs ammo equals false. Okay. And then we also want to do this. It's ammo for weapon. Okay, so the idea is we're going to basically pillage everything from a body that's either ammo or a weapon that's not a knife. We're going to get all the information we need, and then if we inevitably find ammo for that gun, then we're good to go. Otherwise, we're not. So hopefully this will work almost straight away. I don't think I need the instance weapon data necessarily. Actually, we could actually check if IWD dot ammo greater than 0, then we take the weapon. I think that's what we want to do. Yeah. So we only want to take weapons that already have ammo in them. Oh, okay, that's weird. So this should now... Unless they haven't reloaded... let's leave it for now. Let's just take all weapons. And we're going to have to do a weapon equip. So... I mean, I'm pretty sure I know what to do. Yeah, it's just equip weapon at slot. That's interesting. Is that really how that works? Yeah, okay. So I need to put it into the weapon slot. So I'd need to do transfer item and this. So this is what's important here. Okay, so I would do get oh, hello. Get base character or get inventory. Get equipped weapon dot this dot slot. So we're gonna get the slot for the currently equipped weapon, which I think I can shorthand because we've got the ranged weapon. Yeah, we've got this actually. So if I instead do that, there we go. Yeah, morning, how are you? Yeah, okay. So that would transfer it across. Now, what this will do is if it finds multiple weapons in their inventory, it will just keep going. But for now, we just want to see if it works at all. So in theory, they'll shoot, run out of ammo, and pick up another gun, and all consequent ammo. However, have I made it so... what am I going to be looking for? The inventory. It should be in here. Just can't see very well. There we go. So in here, yeah, so we're adding ammo. Okay, cool. So let's just see what happens, right? We'll put a breakpoint in and see whether it hits it at all, which it should. So what's likely to happen is one of the AI kills another that hasn't shot much, and then there will be a body on the floor with a weapon with some ammo, and then they can consequently pick it up. But it might... they still have to be like standing on the body for it to count, so... Fair enough. Fascinating. Okay, well, they all killed each other, but didn't run out of ammo, it seems. Let's just check. Actually, if I put this back for now, it's really hard to test this because I can't guarantee the weapons that the AI have and then consequently how much ammo they use and all that kind of stuff. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, that sounds good. I'll do my best. Oh, it's so good that the bullets are no longer going through the walls anymore. And the AI are actually basically shooting at headshots height now. Head height. So they're just not running out of ammo anymore. Yeah, because they have ammo in their inventory so they can reload. Is there no, because they need to shoot each other to be dead on the floor to then pick up the ammo. Yeah, this is an awkward one to test because it's a scenario that I can force to happen by commenting this line out so that they don't have ammo on them, but it doesn't necessarily mean they'll run out of ammo and then consequently find another gun that has ammo. So we'll have to see. It should at least force it to happen, and I can see whether it works. Because what would typically happen is a group of AIs running around, player or AI shoot them, they respond, then one of the groups kills several people in the other, and vice versa, and then one of the AI is going to like run out of ammo, and then they're going to be like, there's some teammates near me, so I should, get the stuff from their body, so they'll go and they'll equip the weapons, pick up ammo, all that kind of stuff. And I know they pick up the ammo, but in order to trigger that situation, they have to be alive, run out of ammo, and be stood on bodies of teammates. And live long enough, apparently, because one of them just triggered it, but... Challenging. I mean, I'll run it a few more rounds worth just to. Oh. Yeah, I think they're dying before they can even pick up the ammo at this point. Hey, there we go. Okay, so this particular individual has found that there's so AI C5. And I think we are. Does it have locals? So we're AI 19. So it's found the body of the whatever AI C5 is, which I'm sure I can pinpoint in here at some point. Probably that middle one, in fact, judging by the look or its positioning. And then he's found another item, which in this case is a pistol. That pistol happens to have, hang on, it's got 7 rounds left. So in theory, whatever this guy's current weapon is, has he changed it already, perhaps? So if I go down the list... Yeah, so he's hopefully going to change his sniper rifle to his to the pistol he just found. Or did he change to another weapon? He might have changed to that. Or just died. But either way, it triggered it, so the event can happen. Let's say if we change this to have id.name, and it's found so that would be cool. Then at least we get the name of the weapon. So we've got the AI blah found a something weapon from something else's body. And I could do the same thing here as well if I wanted to. I might as well be more explicit. And this could be other from, or this would be on blah blah blahs with an S. Cool, right? If I change so currently the SMGs have like a ridiculous amount of rounds, yeah. So if I change this to like 30 and change this to like 15 or maybe even 20, and we do that. So now the weapon should have less rounds and consequently run out of ammo sooner. Did that finished? Oh, I didn't want to actually be in it. Hang on. I want the bird's eye view. I want to see the chaos. Okay. So Sniper Guard found SMG on military support's body. Cool. And found a pistol on medical staff's body. Awesome. That's pretty cool. Yeah, now they've all got knives because they've run out of ammo. Yeah, it really is very hard to test this. To set up the test environment for this, I would need to put an AI in the game on top of another one, kill it, and then make the AI start with a gun that has no ammo in it. So, yeah. I could maybe do something like that. But it does seem to be working. They are finding weapons and ammo. What I might do, so I could make it, for example, let's do weapon found equals false. And then in here, we go weapon found equals true. So this might be a bit costly, but I could potentially do the get the others inventory and do a let's do something like this. So dot get item amount pwd dot ammo id. Okay, so this is gonna check either the weapon they pick up already has ammo or their inventory contains ammo for that particular weapon and we haven't already found one. Hopefully that makes sense, I think. So yeah, so this would mean that they'll kind of redo the search to make sure. So it's like as a player, you would go in someone's inventory and you see what weapons they have and you go, okay, so in the case that you need a new weapon, you would see what they've got, check whether any of them are loaded to start with, or whether they have replacement ammo for the empty weapons they have. And, as a person, you'd be able to make that assessment rather quickly in most games. Cool. Oh, nice. You can see they're finding different guns and stuff. So that guy ran out of ammo and now has a knife. Are they actually able to melee each other yet? No, I don't think so. They were before, but I think something I need to look into that, because they're evidently they're having some trouble. They're failing to get in weapons range, so I need to figure that one out. Basically, it's a bit tricky because. Is that the case? The way they determine whether or not they're in weapons range is with this. And this just uses the actual distance of the weapon. So there's a lot of weird checks going on in places that shouldn't be the case, but we'll cross that bridge another time. Yeah, so we use the weapon range here, right? That should probably be equals for a start. So the range of melee weapons. Let's have a look. Where's knife and axe? So range 20, 15. So this is working for me as a player. But I think what might be happening is that the movement distance that the AI is set to is too high. So when I move them to range, they have a collision box. I, as a player, know that I can physically move into that space. So there's this like acceptance radius that I've got. Is this used? Right, I think when we go into melee range, we should ignore the acceptance radius, because they have to move to that exact spot. So let's try that. So the acceptance radius will basically allow them to stop short of their location. Now I could technically set it to be a very small number, like 50 or 20 or something, which I might have to do. But it shouldn't return a location for them to move to that they couldn't go to anyway. So we'll find out. Are they? Yeah, they're just having a little conflab, Yeah, so I'm guessing this is coming back as false. Yeah. So I think they're all trying to attack a different target as well. So I definitely need to handle melee weapons differently. Because this guy should already be able to hit that guy, but he's just not close enough. You can see, so the collision between these two, which is bloody hard to see the difference of. So if I'm a player in this position, I can be attacking this guy no problem whatsoever. But the AI seems to be stuck. So they're attacking with a weapon. So in theory, if I go into the melee weapon, this should be running this code here. Oh no, it won't be because it's continuously failing this. Yeah. Hmm. This is just for the AI. So what I could do, I wish I could see the distance. Can I do something? I've never tried to do anything whilst the game's actually running, so I wonder if I can show like a ruler or something. Maybe does it come up in details? I wonder if there's a Oh, that would be so useful. Okay, well, so what I'm going to do instead is in here. So this range is going to actually equal f math max between. So we want the controller base character get capsule component or get scaled capsule radius and range. Double it. Oh, I can never remember. Diameter and radius. Radius is the full distance. No, radius is the half distance. So that would make sense. So the minimum distance is where both of their things would be touching. And I'm going to do... Yeah. So if it's ever too low, then we don't do it. Okay, right, so that might not necessarily work, but it will be close. That's certainly better. Because for the player, I still want I don't want to tamper with the melee range with the player. It's weird seeing the collision like that. That's so cool. Right. I love that. This guy just picks up a sniper rifle and then just like proceeds to move to his target. But I believe the melee attacks are working. Maybe. What, bro? Did he just like fall over? Man, poor guy. Oh, you'd see swapped weapon there. I don't understand why they're spawning on these platforms at halfway in between. Something's up. Yeah, they're still... That's so funny. I could watch this every day. Just leave this on loop in the background, you know? Okay, right, so it kind of worked for a bit. So if I do 2.5... see what happens. It's amazing how close this all is to working how I want it to, and yet it's little things like this that just throw it all off. Because this is really cool. You know, they're accurately shooting each other, they're scavenging weapons and people, and they're fighting properly and moving properly. I mean, they're obviously it's a bit jagged and stuff, but you see that flickering? That's where they're like determining a new target. No, come over here. You're mine, fool. Yeah, so they definitely can't hit each other. So, okay, let's see what this value is. So if we take this and we refactor variable, that will do. And if we go to send. What did I do for that again? I made a nice little helper function. Oh, there on screen message, right. Yep. Damn, I hate doing this stuff. String text equals huh? Capsule? It's right there. I don't know why I'm spelling it wrong when it's literally right there. Capsule radius. Oh, wait. And to rename that anyway. So this is going to be f string. It's sanitize float. Plus text. Okay, and then we can do if radius larger than range. Yeah, something like that. Cool. So we won't get spammed with it until somebody runs out of ammo. But at least we get to see what the distance actually is. For all I know, it could be like 3 or something. So I think the actual capsule radius is like 100. Oh. So even that's not enough. So okay, let's just prove that it's working at all, right? So if I set this to 10, right, they basically got long range melee weapons now. Yeah, so we're not getting spammed with all the problems. Oh lord. It's so laggy. I'm assuming it's from all of the message spam, because it's a lot. But they are functioning. They're stabbing each other from across the map. Because what's actually happening is when they do a melee attack, it does like a sphere. Problem is, this isn't good. So this is dictating the range in which they determine whether they can stand near something or not. So they're doing the melee attack, but it's not actually connecting with anything. Because it's they're not standing close enough. So this is calculating where they need to stand to be able to melee attack, but so it's calculating it wrong, obviously, and so they're standing like a mile apart and just stabbing each other, but obviously they're not going to hit. So yeah, I need to because clearly I was trying to do this sort of stuff before. So I definitely need to. Yeah, this is still catching up. Okay, we'll run it until. There we go. Right. Oh, oh, they found each other. Oh, how sweet. They actually not performing. I don't have an animation for it. That's the first problem. Wow, that lag is insane. By the way, it's doing this calculation like thousands and thousands of times a second, so it's not trivial. Interesting. Because I'm not bothering to optimize this at the moment in any way whatsoever. What's interesting is I'm doing this calculation every single time, which is horribly inefficient. For a start. So if I take this out, put this up here. Right, that will alleviate some of it. But it's still not working. So we got this calculate combat. Attack with weapon. So this whole is in weapons range thing is also kind of redundant. Perhaps. Maybe it's not. I don't know. I'll leave it for now. I don't want to change it that much. So this is where they aim if they have a ranged weapon. So basically they stop moving, then they attack, and that is attacking thing just triggers a constant as if the player was holding the left mouse button. That's basically what this does. So let's see. Oh, actually cancel. I want to make it so the melee weapon. Oh, okay, fair enough. Yeah, you too. Thanks a lot. There should be a draw debug. Yeah, run frame I think is right. Yeah. Hopefully I'll see you again sometime. I guess you're in quite a different time zone to me. Oh, okay, fair enough. Oh, it's 4-1 frame. Right. At least we can see when they're attacking. Seriously, straight away? Okay. Just change weapon, that's so cool. Ah, right. So we got a hit for a change. It's much less laggy now. My guy, you're in the floor. Have you considered not doing that? So they're just not. What's going on here? Oh, is it the distance calculation in the AI? Is it this? Oh, yeah, I might need to do the same calculation here. So let's say, for the sake of argument, I'm just going to copy this. In fact, I'm gonna copy that as well. Oh wait, yeah, I did need that. Wait, hang on, so there's current weapon. Right, if I get rid of this, we put range here. We shouldn't need to check that, because we wouldn't be checking weapons range otherwise. And then we do the this. Okay, that might be what's happening. Right. Yeah, I guess I do need to do this check here as well. Guys. Oh, there we go. Kind of. You lads alright? Oh dear. Dink, 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 dink. And let me move you guys over here so you can play. There we go. Yeah, so they are actually able to melee each other. They do, however, get stuck on the almighty mass of the corpse pile. So I might need to disable their collision after a while. But that does seem to have fixed it. So I'll need to make that method standard, perhaps on the character's body. The whatever. Okay, great. Well, we fixed melee attacks as well. Fantastic. So let's say, for the sake of argument, if I move this onto the character itself. Well, yeah, okay, so if we go in here, we go here, right, and we just do this, but this is actually going to be int 32, is that right? Range is float. Yeah, so we don't want a parameter. Turn range, which is actually just going to be this. Get inventory, get equipped weapon. Then we create declaration. Whoops, and we have rename this to get weapon range. Okay, perfect. And then in here, we actually do this. We get rid of that, get rid of this, get rid of all of this. And we do the same thing in here. So we do range, get base character, get weapon range. We get rid of all of this. And perfect. I think that's pretty good. So now we've got a common method for it. Being used in both places, and stuff doesn't need the includes anymore. Get rid of that. Is this tidied up anything yet? Get rid of that then. Let's just double check this. If I take this, because we don't want to be calling out to this every time. So we introduce a variable, move this out here. So I want to eliminate anything I check a lot. The fact that we're checking this in here at all is ridiculous. Like we really shouldn't be checking whether we've got a weapon equipped here, but I'll leave it for now. So we do need to do the distance check every time, unfortunately. And we need to do this. That's kind of the point. That's fine. Alright, yeah, closer ones are better. Okay, that should be everything. Cool, right. So I don't think there's too much it was doing in the loop that it shouldn't have been. The whole point is the distance check. Start a radius. Oh, okay. So let's just get rid of that because we don't need that anymore. Yeah, okay. So the loop's fairly minimal. It does a sphere trace on every single point. And the can C basically ignores anything that it hits that isn't us, essentially. But that might have to change later as well, because if there's a lot of clutter, then yeah. So let's just see where we stand. Shouldn't realistically have broken anything doing those changes, so let's just see what happens. Oh yeah, I need to actually make a pistol weapon. They do kind of struggle. But they are doing it. And that guy's victorious. Is it F8? Oh. One of the buttons. What's that? Simulating viewport. Yeah, I don't know what button it is. They are swapping weapons, which is cool. Okay. Well, I'd say that's been working. Your boy's a bit stuck. There you go. Sir. Huh. How odd. So what's the path thing look like? Oh, that'll be why. Interesting. How is it? It's got them like warped under there. If I rebuild the pathing, should I just rebuild everything? Yeah. Let's just get it to have another go. I probably need to stop and eat something as well. I got people coming over later. Watching something, which we haven't figured out yet, so we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Oh. Cool. Yeah, it still reckons they can get on there. Pardon me. Why is that? Is that like the step thing? What happens if I change the spawning logic? Where's missions? Not quite what I had in mind. Mission. Reclose everything else. Spawning is down here somewhere. Sumoir. There we go. So I could... Actually, that's something I wanted to move across anyway, and it would be useful to have here. Somewhere, I am increasing the height of a vector. I think it's in the AI controller. Yeah, increase vector height. So if we take that and we go helper functions, come in here. We have that, and then we have this. Wherever that's gone, there we go. And then in here, things will complain. So then you come here and you do this. And then you go, you helper function. Oh no. It should be static. Okay, good. That's something I've been meaning to do for a while. Now we can do the same thing in mission. We come in here and we have location, we have the increase. Okay, perfect. Now we'll just restart this properly. So that will increase the vector, the height of the vector, so easily, so I don't have to worry about doing something dot something nonsense. Yeah, cool. And it both returns it, but it's also an in. Oh wait, now I'm being an idiot. Oh, I'd forgotten about that. It's not an out parameter as well, so and stop. Oh, okay, fair enough. Right. There we go. Okay. Goodness me. So they should kind of like spawn and drop a bit, hopefully. And that might at least prevent some of this from happening. I think 100's not much. So I think the capsule heights are like 90. That would be about 200. So should be about half of their collision box. Radius height, yeah. So they'll like drop half of their box, I suspect. So yeah, you won't see it as such, but it should mitigate some of it. I'll just keep an eye on it. But they seem to generally be a bit better. Oh yeah, they spawned on the top of it this time. You don't even see it. Okay, cool, yeah, they're spawning slightly on top of things. So that should solve the problem a lot going forwards. Oh, it's so cool watching them actually like swap weapons and things. Wonderful. Oh, seems to be working. So if I just get rid of that debug information in the weapon. This is a melee weapon. We have none. And that should be good to go. I think that will do for now. So we fixed melee weapons, the overall range detection system, the spawning, and made it so the AI can actually find weapons on other people a bit more efficiently. So that's cool. So let's just try it with giving them some ammo as well, just in case. So we go in here and we add ammo back into the mix. We'll give this a go and see what happens. I'll just be back in a second. Yeah. Alright, so see what happens. So they should have an extra magazine's worth of ammo on them. So they won't run out of ammo quite as much. If at all, by the looks of it. And these two just haven't seen each other. Though I'm curious. Yeah, there you go. Oh, has he found some ammo? I think he did. Yeah, he's just chilling now. All right, cool. Let's change the health of people. That might help. So if we like double everybody's health, you should run out of ammo quicker. Oh, I don't know why I rebuilt the code. It's pointless. So people should live long enough to some people to run out of ammo and others to be able to pick up the ammo. Oh, there you go, right. So this guy's found some ammo on a body for their own current weapon. So I think what I need to do next is, because that logic is for finding... so if they've got two weapons, I would want it so they could also check their own inventory in the same way to then equip an existing weapon. So I think what happened there was an AI found some ammo for his current gun, but then consequently picked up a different gun and equipped that. So we ended up in a situation where, they could have had a sniper rifle with no ammo. They found ammo for the sniper rifle, but then they picked up a pistol from something else and swapped it. So it's weird. So I'll need to make it kind of a one or the other. But they could still pick up the other weapons. They just might want to stop in that specific case. So, for instance, how would you do this? So what I might do for that is separate this. Right. So this would be the case, but in this instance we break. But we could only break if ID stop num. Oh, hang on. It's empty. Okay, so to explain this, so in theory, here we have. So if we found ammo for our current weapon, then we don't need ammo anymore. And if there's no other ammo that we found already for another potential weapon, then break. However, because this will do this, so we could have it. Am I maybe not doing? Now that should trigger this should hopefully trigger a weapon swap. But this logic definitely needs to be more complicated. So we kind of want to equip new / existing weapon system. So we check whether we've got an empty slot, then whether we want to equip the new one. If we do, does it need to be reloaded? And then where do we put the old one if the other ones run out and there's another new weapon, and so on and so forth. So there's a lot of complexity that comes in with this sort of thing. This is obviously working, but currently they'll just ditch their current weapon for any other weapon. So they definitely need a semblance of logic that's a bit more complicated than just if we haven't already got one, basically. Yeah. Well, see what happens. I'll have to run some more elaborate testing for this. It's easy to do that kind of thing. I just need to sit here and write out all of the if this but not this, when this level of stuff, which should be pretty straightforward. So it's just a series of conditional statements, with the end result being where do we put the new stuff we pick up. So I guess I could potentially use this to collect the information and then return a result of the things that we found on the body, and then consequently filter through that. So, but yeah, all fun and games. I think I'll stop there for now because there's a lot of good progress so far. I will commit the changes. It's just so this is fixed AI melee range and new weapons. Cool. Right, that would do. Don't have to be too particular. This is just a proof of concept project anyway. It's pretty cool though. Yeah, it's already like, besides the AI not functioning like proper, like Stalker for instance, they do a lot of cool stuff, that I haven't seen many other games utilize before. I think in other games they make it so the AI have like infinite rounds, which I don't like, and that's the main thing I want this game to behave differently. So they might start with a lot of ammo, so they can still shoot you a lot, but the idea would be if you tactically take them out before they start shooting, you obviously get more ammo, so it rewards quicker kills. But consequently, if you're really bad at the game, I don't want you to just be continuously shot to bits. And it feels really bad in like a survival game where the AI seemingly have infinite supplies and you don't. And they'll have the same effect with, so eventually there'll be a state where they go into a defensive mode and they seek cover and they heal themselves or each other. So I really want to solidify this sort of group mentality where the AI will like back off and one of them will heal another one if they're the only one with a bandage or something. So that would be really cool to implement as a feature. But I need to make the consumables do an animation as well. They need to be a bit more complicated. I even need a toolbar for consumable usage and weapon selection and blah blah blah. Again, that's pretty straightforward anyway. So yeah, but yeah, cool. All right. Well, thanks for watching and stuff, and I will be back tomorrow, I think. Yeah, I've got a half day tomorrow and Friday, so I'll be back from like 12 o'clock on both days, basically. I'm only stopping short now because I've got people coming over in like 2 hours, and I don't want to overrun the stream, so yeah, I'll see you guys around.